It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and we got some noodles to show you today from Poland. I picked these up in Asda. We have some called Smak Chiński, 70 grams. I've got no idea on the flavour of this one. There's some onion and some leek, so maybe it's called Lagonda, so maybe it's an onion and leek soup. Soup base, some garlic there, and we have some zloty. Now I know zloty is the actual currency of Poland, it's their money, so maybe they're saying here on this noodle, it's the #1 Polish noodle brand, by the way. Again, it's got the word Lagonda on it. Maybe they trade, or maybe their kind of idea with this is noodles translates to currency. They're that good. Who knows? The only way to find out is to get them open, get them cooked up, and I'll be back in a moment. It's 400 millilitres of boiling water. Stir it in a pan for 3 minutes, add the sauce and enjoy. So, they were 50 pence each in Asda. They're from Vifon Noodles. Without further ado, let's cook them up and check them out. Right, okay, we have the zloty and the chiński. Now, so they're made in Vietnam for the Polish market. And I think that's really, really interesting, because if you look at the UK noodle market, if you want to look at run-of-the-mill noodles, you're talking kind of bachelors, and they're kind of beef flavoured, and look at me rolling my nose. It's like beef, chicken, generic, kind of boring flavours. But what I've noticed from eating Polish noodles is that the Polish obviously love eating vegetables. I've had beetroot flavoured noodles. These look like garlic flavoured noodles. We have the chiński, which is garlic and what looks like onion. It's more centred around, like, if ever noodle was going to be a healthy eating option, which it probably isn't, garlic and onion would kind of hit that criteria. If you were shopping for a cheap snack, does that make sense? Rather than like the British where we go beef, chicken, the Polish have gone, yeah, beetroots, carrots, onions, garlics, like vegetable based noodles. So let's get in. Let's get into the zloty. Now they smell fantastic. There was 2 packs of flavourings in each noodle pack. One was like a hard fat that you added. One was a powder. But they smell absolutely fantastic. I'm salivating. Whoa. Lots of onion, lots of garlic. Yeah, and I suppose lots of onion and lots of garlic in the taste. Zloty though, if you've ever been to Poland, if you've ever been on holiday to Poland or travelled to Poland, or you're watching and you have lived in Poland, you're a Polish person living in the UK, you will fully understand zloty. Zloty is the currency. Zloty is the metal coin in Poland, or the paper note. But it's interesting that a Polish company has kind of gone to the Vietnam market, the noodle market in Vietnam, and said, hey, will you make us a cheap noodle? It's very stock-like. It's very salty, as these noodles are. but they're okay. As cheap noodles go, in these times, now there's a reason why at the moment you can walk into Asda, most Asdas, as long as they got a kind of world food aisle, you can go down the world food aisle of Asda and you can pick up a multitude of cheap European noodles, Asian noodles. And that's because we're in this whole cost of living thing and everybody's like, where you can save money, save some money. So when I was walking down the European food aisle, the world food aisle of Asda, what I noticed was the people that were in the aisle, they were like filling their baskets with these cheap noodles. And I thought to myself, hey, these things must be popular. Either that or people are just surviving. People are literally just getting by, just surviving. So let's try it. Let's give it a go. So I put a couple in my trolley, and as cheap noodles go, these ain't bad. They really ain't bad. Little bit of garlic, little bit of onion, little bit of salt. Job done. Nice and cheap. So that's the zloty. Smakczynski. I'm not sure whether that translates to a Chinese noodle. You know, it sounds like, doesn't it? It really does sound like. Is it? Let's find out. What is a Chinese noodle? If a Chinese noodle is anything. Let's just get in. Get into trouble otherwise, won't I? Yeah. Well, they're kind of the same. In fact, they're a little bit less flavoursome than the zloty. I mean, I added all the flavours to them. They're a little bit salty. They're a little stock-like. And there's some onion. I don't know, maybe. But no, there is a bulb of garlic on the front. What does this... Right. English, Chinese chicken flavour instant noodles. Okay, so there's supposed to be Chinese chicken. In fact, it says so on the front. I don't know. What is Chinese chicken? Is it a chicken ball? Is it chicken chow mein? I suppose it's a bit of a stretch, but if you're really thinking about it, it has that slightly savoury chicken flavour. But I think, if I'm honest, I much prefer these zloty. And these are, if these are in English, these are golden chicken flavour. What is golden chicken? Is that chicken that's been cooked in the oven? Let's try it. Let's think golden chicken and let's think these. No, not really. They're a bit kind of like garlic and onion. Slight bit of stock in there. Now, there's got to be a point here in talking about actual European shops. Now, there's a great Polish shop in Cardiff that I go to, where you can buy some fantastic Polish pizzas, freshly baked bread. It's probably part baked stuff, but it's okay. You can buy all the Polish cereals, noodles, whatnot. And this is probably Asda going, whoa, hang on a minute. We need to jump on this market. We need to kind of like see if we can steal some of this market share from the Polish shops that are out there. And it's almost as if Asda don't really know what they're doing. I mean, of course, it's probably, for me, the blandness of a Vifon noodle. It's a Vietnamese noodle that the Polish people have gone, hey, can you make this style for us? It's okay. It's okay. I'm getting more garlic and onion than anything else. I suppose this chinsky flavour here is a little bit more kind of, a little bit more stock-like. But they're kind of cheap, average, 50p noodles that you'll find in the shops. And if you're from Poland and you're living in the UK and you want a little bit of familiarity when you're thinking about kind of like back home, then check out these noodles. But they're not much to write home about, if I'm perfectly honest. I'd say the zloty is a 6, and I'd say the chinsky is a 5. They're average noodles. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.